welcome back to the channel. My name is Hector. Thank you for joining me for this discussion. Okay, so for the topic of right now, the topic that I want us to talk about is what is the most important aspect of life to pursue? That's the question. And at the end of the video, if you don't mind sharing with us, what have you learned, right? So, I've heard it said that there are about four or five aspects of life, right? I'm sure you've heard of them. There is physical health, mental health, financial health, um, spiritual health, maybe social, right? Social life, right? I'm sure there might even be more than that, but those are like the basic five, let's say, right? So out of those five, what do you think is the most important aspect of life to put first? Right? They're all important. None of them are bad for you, right? But the question is, what do you think is the most important one to focus on? So, being a Christian, I should say spiritual, right? It makes the most sense, right? Spiritual maybe should be the most important one to pursue. But in my case, what I've learned is that for me, physical health is the most important one. Because I've been in many situations where if I want to be more mentally healthy, there are a few things you could do. If you want to be financially healthy, there are a few things you could do. Spiritually healthy, same, all these things. They all require you to use your body. So to me, it's like everything starts with your body. You want your body to do something for you all the time. You want to go to work. If your body is not in good health, then how are you going to work? You want to take care of your family. You want to go out on a trip with your friends or whatever. Everything in life you want to do stems from you having a good physical health. Because I can tell you this right now. If I'm not if I don't have good physical health, even praying is like a chore, right? Like, okay, I would like to live in an imagination world where it's like, no, 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 I can pray at any time, whatever. If I have a bad splitting headache or a migraine, I'm not gonna be praying. I'm sorry. That's just life. I'm in so much pain from whatever disease you might have, or when you have an injury or whatever. Spiritual life is not really the number one thing. Like, or when you're sick, you're in a hospital. Yeah, every once in a while you pray to get better, but having a good physical health to me is the foundation of everything else. That's basically my my argument, right? If I could say an argument. My position, right, is that physical health is the most important thing. And I've talked to a lot of people in my life where I would like them to be healthier, physically healthier, right? But I would talk to them, hey, so I care for you very much, and it would mean a lot to me, if you could take care of your health, blah blah blah. And they will say, well, look, I'm so busy, I have a lot of things going on in my life, and I just can't do that. And my thinking has always been like, okay, how are you busy not to take care of the most important thing in life? Like, you should take care of that first and then take care of everything else. Because whatever you're doing, I guarantee you, you need your body. Whatever else you think you're so busy pursuing, you need your body first to be able to do any of those things. Some of the people have said when I told them, like, to take care of their health, and they're like, well, I gotta spend time with my family and all this. I'm like, how are you gonna spend time with your family if you're not healthy yourself? And they're like, well, I don't have enough time, to dedicate to go to the gym and all this stuff. I'm like, okay, what else are you using your time for if you don't have 30 minutes a day to go to the gym or exercise in one way or another? What else do you have time for? So you have time to go to work, right? I'm sure you find a way to have time to go to work. So if you find time to go to work, to use your body, you're using your body to generate wealth, income, right? How do you have time to do that? But then you don't have time to invest back in your body so that you can continue to go to work. To me, it's so backwards, right? The first thing should be to take care of your physical health, and therefore, it allows you, once you're physically healthy, it allows you to take care of your family, go out with your friends, go to work, do all these other things that in life you really care about, that you really want to achieve, using your physically healthy body that you've built, right? Now, other people have said, well, there's so many different information out there. I don't even know, what to focus on. And I don't know. So many people have different diets, and so many people have different advices on how to take care of your health. I don't even know. Come on, come on. Let's just be realistic. We all know you should not be eating junk food. We all know you should drink water. We all know you should sleep, get a good night's sleep, 8 hours if you can, right? Start there. Start there, right? It's not that complicated. You don't need a Mediterranean diet or all this kind of stuff out there. You don't need any of that, right? You have the common sense. You have the basic knowledge that you need to get started on taking care of your physical health. And one of the secrets that I've learned, if I don't even know if I could call it a secret because I don't want to bait you into thinking that I'm extremely knowledgeable or anything like that. But one of the things that to me that has helped me in terms of this in this area of my life is I know it can be overwhelming, all this information on the internet out there, like, hey, do this for a six pack, drink this amount of water, blah blah blah. But really, the old wisdom still applies, right? Calories in, calories out. Whatever diet anybody tells you, the only thing all diets share is that you eat less than you used to. If you go, let's say, on a Mediterranean diet or a keto diet or a vegan diet or a all meat diet, right? All those diets, what they share is you went from eating all junk stuff that you used to eat, so many calories without even knowing it, and then they have you eating, let's say, all meat, right? If you're eating all meat, all that means is that you just cannot eat as much food as you used to because meat is protein, right? And it fills you up for a longer period of time. Therefore, if you eat 1,000 calories of meat, just meat alone, you're not gonna be hungry for a while. Versus if you ate a burger from McDonald's or whatever, you're gonna be hungry in 2 hours, if that. So the only thing is you eating less calories without realizing that you're eating less calories, right? So yes, that's number one, right? Like try to eat less than you know than what you used to, right? You lose weight. That's just a fact. And people are like, well, it's easier said than done. Well, how much do you want it? Because if you really want it, you could do it. You could do it. Because if you're not out here just pursuing, I gotta make a lot of money, I gotta do this, I gotta do this, and pursue physical health first, like we discussed, then if that's the most important thing to you, that's the one thing you try to pursue every single day, you're gonna be able to do it. Another, I guess, well, I was about to say the secret that I've learned. Really, everybody knows that you should eat healthier, blah blah blah. But in terms of exercising, the one thing that I've seen that's not really talked about that much is the idea of taking a walk. Fancy terms, they say low intensity, steady state cardio, but as in, really, it means try to take a walk, right? Initially, if you've never done that, right? Try to that whole thing of trying to get 10,000 steps a day. That's really really important, actually, right? You want to take a walk, right? Take a walk in your neighborhood, take a walk, whatever. If it's too cold outside, go on a treadmill and just take a walk, right? You could be watching a movie, whatever you do for entertainment while you are taking a walk. That has revolutionized, that has changed my physical health um, dramatically, drastically, right? It's not that hard to do. You could do it every day. You could walk at your own pace, right? You don't have to run. Eventually, maybe you're gonna have to kind of jog a little bit, but even then, that's it. There's nothing more than that. To start, you just want to take a walk. Try to get about 10,000 steps a day. I could do that by taking a walk, walking around like 3 miles an hour. So that's about like an hour and 20 some minutes or so. So what's an hour and a half? Let's say an hour and a half of walking at 3 miles an hour. 3 miles an hour, I'm like barely even moving, right? You don't even sweat. You don't. Your heart rate goes up barely, just a little bit. Like you just walk, right? You could do that in the park with your partner, with your dog, or whatever. Like just walk for an hour and a half. You have 24 hours every single. Well, not really. Yeah, yeah. You have 24 hours in a day. So take an hour and a half and just walk, and that's it. If you do that for 3 months, my friend, if you do that for 3 months, you don't see results, come and tell me. I would really, really, really be shocked. That's impossible. Walking is absolutely wonderful, and it's not talked about that much. People talk about lifting weights and all this stuff. Well, you don't need to do all that. Just take a walk. Right. So anyway, the video is getting to be long a little bit here, about 13 minutes. Let me stop it right here. But yeah, I wanted to address that. Physical health, most important thing to take care of in your lifetime. Doesn't matter how much money you have, doesn't matter how intelligent you are, doesn't matter all these things you hear everywhere you should be doing instead. I don't, as for right now, what I've learned is that physical health is absolutely paramount. The person who is not healthy spend like 50% of their time every single day thinking about that. Oh my God, how am I gonna be able to jump to climb that mountain? How am I gonna be able to walk all the way over there? How am I gonna be able to climb all these stairs? How am I gonna? Oh my God, I can't breathe. Blah blah blah. They spend so much time focused on their health because they're not healthy. But once you are physically healthy, then you can actually open your mind to other things, do other things, think about other things. Whatever maybe you want to start a business, whatever. You can't do any of that if you are yourself, you're not even physically healthy. So, yeah, I think that is definitely the most important thing to pursue. Now, I open it up to you guys. Please let me know, what do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you have something else that you will put higher than that? I would be very interested to hear all of your opinions and experiences. Until then, see you.